Have you ever heard a serval scream? It's a chilling sound that demands your attention. That scream isn't just noise, it's a critical warning sign you can't afford to ignore. Many people misinterpret these vocalizations, dismissing them as mere wild behavior. However, behind each cry lies a deeper emotional state, and ignoring these sounds could mean overlooking vital signs of stress or distress in your serval. Picture this: you're unwinding at home when your serval suddenly unleashes a haunting scream. Your instinct might be to shrug it off, thinking it's just part of their exotic nature. But what if that scream signals fear, discomfort, or even a desperate plea for help? Servals express everything from contentment to alarm through their cries, and misreading that scream could lead to serious consequences for their well-being. Now, imagine your serval pacing and crying loudly. You might think it's just a phase, but many owners realize too late that such behaviors can stem from environmental changes or health issues. Recognizing these shifts is crucial. Signs like tense posture, pinned back ears, or a flicking tail are red flags. If your serval seems agitated, it's time to investigate further. They are more sensitive than they appear, and understanding their signals is vital. Ignoring these signs can escalate into bigger problems. Think back to a time you brushed off a nagging feeling. What happened next? The same principle applies here. If your serval's vocalizations intensify, you could be facing a serious issue impacting their health and happiness. Start by closely observing their environment. Is anything different? A new pet or changes in your routine could be the trigger. Understanding the context of their behavior is key. Even minor adjustments can make a significant difference. Be proactive. Don't wait for the situation to deteriorate. Pay attention to their body language and vocalizations. By tuning in, you become an advocate for their well-being. You become a map for their well-being for you. The uncomfortable truth is that understanding animal behavior isn't always straightforward. It requires effort, patience, and a willingness to look beyond the surface. As you reflect on your relationship with your serval, ask yourself, are you truly listening? Their vocalizations aren't just sounds, they are urgent calls for connection, understanding, and care. Have you ever wondered what a serval thinks when it gazes into your eyes? You might be surprised by the answer. Their behavior is more complex than you might think. Imagine watching a serval play, its graceful movements captivating you. But what if that apparent joy actually signals something different? Many people miss the subtle nuances in animal behavior, mistaking curiosity for deeper emotions. Let's dive deeper. You might assume those large ears and playful leaps indicate a connection or understanding. However, the hard truth is that servals don't experience emotions like we do. Their actions are instinctual, driven by survival rather than sentiment. Picture this: you are at a sanctuary, and a serval approaches you. Your heart races, believing it's interested in you. But then, it suddenly leaps to catch an unseen bug, completely ignoring you. That's instinct at play, not affection. The gap between human emotions and animal instincts is often wider than we realize. Misreading their behavior can lead to misunderstandings about their needs. Consider leaving a serval in an environment that seems stimulating to you. You might think it's happy, but it could actually be bored, frustrated, or stressed, reacting in ways we misinterpret as playfulness. The stakes are high. What happens when our assumptions about emotional intelligence lead to poor choices for these animals? It could jeopardize their well-being or, worse, create harmful behavioral patterns over time. So, what can we do? Start by observing without projecting your own feelings. Remember that animals act on instinct and survival, not empathy. Learn to recognize the signs of a serval's true emotions: the twitch of a tail, the flick of an ear. Reflect on this. In our quest to understand, we often impose our feelings onto creatures living in a world entirely different from ours. Perhaps it's time to listen more and interpret less. Let's honor their instinctual nature instead of forcing our emotional narratives onto them. As we wrap up, think about this. The next time you watch a serval, ask yourself, am I really seeing it for what it is, or just what I want it to be? Rethink your perceptions. The truth could change everything for these incredible animals. Have you ever watched an animal and felt like you understood its emotions? Perhaps you felt a connection with a dog wagging its tail or a cat purring contentedly in your lap. But what if I told you those interpretations might not be accurate? Many people don't realize that our understanding of animal emotions is often more complex than it seems. We tend to project our own feelings onto them, creating a misleading narrative that can lead to serious misunderstandings. Picture this: you are at the zoo, mesmerized by a serval with its striking fur and graceful movements. But beneath that beauty lays a complex emotional state that might be hard to grasp. Many overlook the instinctual and survival-driven layers that shape these animals' behaviors. What you perceive as affection could actually signal anxiety or territoriality. Think about how often you've misread a curious glance or a sudden movement. Then, moving. Wow, it can feel It's a bit unsettling, right? Now, imagining a friend brings home a serval. You think it's friendly because it approaches you, but that serval might just be sizing you up as a potential threat. This misinterpretation could lead to an awkward or even dangerous situation. This isn't just about the serval, it's about us, too. We naturally see ourselves in other beings.